see or have known or identified, particularly that you are working with a campaign team for the former vice president, as what needs to be done about this sector?
We need to finish. You see, we need to stop pretending and admit that the fundamentals of our economy, which we need to set as a base, is not there. And that includes data. And not just data in hard copy like we do even when I went to a campaign not as MC. Do you know why our property rate data is? Excel is, Excel is not a data. Excel is manual. Let me put it that way. Excel is actually manual. If you want Excel to speak to data, you have to do some pivoting, do some manipulation. But the Excel as it was just columns. Serial number, name of property owner, then the property, then how much you should pay. That's how we had our data.
Easy to miss.
The point is that until we spend time to really build our databases across sector, identifying farmers and identifying them by their GPS locations and getting them to input. And when we say input, not the one that every time we hire temporary people that go and work and report to. We need farmers to be able to update us real time on their farms. How many more acreages they've added. You come to my farm. I have started farming. I've done 2 acres. You come and report and go. Next week, I add another 2 acres. You don't have that data. And you are planning with the 2 acres. So it is fundamentally data. It is an issue of us admitting that we need to digitalize our economy. Now, moving forward, we have rice ready. You see, whether we like it or not, government has a huge responsibility to ensure that whenever we are campaigning or running advocacy for local consumption, we back it with our strength. How many secondary schools do we have in Ghana? Do you know gas? Even gas we eat. The rice that they serve us, then when they give us a stew that looks like soup, everything was separate. That's what we all ate. We enjoyed it. So why is it that government doesn't have a legislation, policy, whatever you call it, that makes it mandatory for every secondary school? It is without choice. Every secondary school, you need to consume only locally produced rice. Hospitals. All these hospitals, when the patients are admission, we feed them. Our prisons, we feed them. There are several touch points. Training colleges, several touch points, nursing colleges, several touch points where we are consuming rice, where government is actually buying rice.
That's right.
Remember,
that's right.
Government is the one buying the rice. Now, I hear he made a very important point. We may not be able to have warehouses, but who says government is the one supposed to go and buy and hoard? When we wanted to buy gold, what did we do? We carry money and give to private people to go and buy the gold and bring to us. So why? You are buying the rice anyway. If you think that it is a sector that is very, very, very much of importance to you, then that is not an excuse.
Okay.
Don't build warehouses to hold it yourself.
Just a quick
What
one.
you need to do, and this one is not me being miracles and going after NDC. No, this is not an NDC business. This is a whole state failure, which we need to find a way to fix.
Correct. Okay.
My view is that the same way government is able to carry money, but that one is NDC. Because if they've been able to carry money and give to gold buyers, physical cash, to go and buy gold and bring to government, then you should be able to carry money to give to private people, to go and buy the rice, aggregate them, keep them somewhere, then as and when your business and your matrons in hospitals and schools need them, they go and also buy it and then go and cook. If you do that, you are guaranteeing the farmer a certain price and a certain buyer. In that case, 2 things will happen. They will not have a situation where we are having now where the rice is stuck. And then 2, the motivation by private sector to go and import so much, knowing very well that buffer stock will buy, would also be low. Go to the buffer stock warehouses. You see plenty imported rices.
That's true.
That has been brought into the country.
That is true.
You understand what I'm saying? This is something that government could have bought. So if government is buying even 70% of the rice we have on the market now, the local ones that are stuck, if government alone is buying 70%, it won't go waste. The secondary schools will consume, the prisons will consume, the hospitals will consume, the training colleges will consume. Then at least these people would
the
have
foreign rice they buy is cheaper.
Who is buying it cheaper?
Because
the government. About you, who caused it? You reduce the currency by 35% artificially for him.
No, I
agree. I'm not see.
Let
me finish my point. Let me finish my point.
Yes, I thought
that is why I said that. Whilst you see, government, you don't look at things in one line. Once you knew,
all of you have been.
Once you forget about it, we don't exist. You see, we don't exist. That argument, I agree with you. When it comes,
I agree with you.
Then get out, bring us, and accuse us. You understand what I'm saying? But so long as we are not in government, everything you say about us is moot. If you were coming into office to do the same thing, so let me land. Let me finish my point.
No, let me quickly interrupt you before you land.
Let me land. My point is that if you know that you have a policy of keeping your currency at a certain level, for which reason you do artificial injections, you must be mindful of the implications on the other side. The other cost that you will have to bear is to cushion your local producers. If it means buying their goods at a certain higher price, that is your cost of taking a decision on the other side. Every economic policy decision has a cost.
Yeah.
And you must be ready to cushion them and seeing that as your cost to bear, if that is what you want to do. Otherwise, you know what you have to do? Leave the economy. Invest in the real sectors.
Yeah.
Make sure that you give them time to be able to balance out very well. And that means that you support the rice sector. Let them be able to have the capacity, produce the kind of rice that your citizens want. Then they will have so much in the market that they can compete with importers. That would reduce the importers' search of dollar to go and buy more rice, and it will bring your dollar down.
All right.
And if you decide not to go down that serious route, but it just pumps dollar into the system to manage your currency, then maybe you must be ready to bear the cost of buying your local producers' rice at a certain price.
So, Samson, let me just quickly add. I mean,